did it. Hello. So, who would like to do the recap? Who doesn't have a, I mean, you can, but if you do it and you don't have one, you get a DM inspiration point.
I think I've racked up 3 of those at this point.
Or you can only have one of them at a time, man.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Uh,
You need to
I'll
use them
just-
in game more so that way you can take up the review.
I haven't had the need to, really.
That's fair. You can
Oh,
use them
I
on
can
other
do it.
people, Lezar. And yes, Crelies, why don't you do it?
Yeah. Okay. We went through the whole entire Hunter's initiation thing. Lezar tried to, which like Lezar tried to flirt with a lot of the girls in the Hunters Guild, or with like 2. Yeah, 2.
Bizarre.
And accidentally with one guy.
Good job. Calling the old man baby.
And yeah, we met Shallows. We found out where we could get quests. I think we were gonna possibly considering to take a quest over to a forest somewhere.
I
And-
completely blanked that out of my head. I don't remember.
We met Shallows.
You might have decided to do it after your long rest.
Yeah, after
I
we
think
decided
so.
to do it after the long rest. Definitely.
Because the Hunters Guild said there was no urgency with that quest line. It was just explore and hunt for beasts. Just so you can rank up and we can get some food and materials and stuff.
Yeah. And I think we decided to that we might take that one because that seemed the easiest or the simplest.
I think it was just the only one that was offered to you.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you don't have to follow their quests. You don't get anything special from it. They're just telling you an area that they're aware of that might have stuff for you to do.
Well, I mean, they were given other things that were happening, but just that they weren't really hunting things. They were mostly civil disputes.
Yeah, that was up north, I
Yeah.
believe. The dryads and blights.
Treants
Yeah, treants,
were
blights.
fighting with somebody else who was encroaching on their land, and there was so that was like a civil dispute.
Yeah, that was a civil dispute. I don't know if it was last session or not, but Noria finished preparing the necklace, whether it was the last one or the one before that.
I think it was the one before that. That was way
Yeah, and
long
Noria
ago. I got flowers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you went for the flowers.
But
Not
we
yet.
didn't go through it.
Yeah. I
Noria
went
tried
on
to
the
go
date, but we going back in time.
Yeah, we're doing a flashback.
We have to go back in time.
An interesting concept is like everybody asking at the bubble tea shop when they finally see you again how your date went, and so you're just telling the story now. But we'll go through and actually do it in person.
Woo!
It's not in
Been
person.
waiting
We're doing
for
it
this.
over online.
Please,
Good
please
fun, I
don't be
appreciate you.
cringy.
I'm not planning on it.
Okay.
This is the first Delphi is not necessarily super cringy. I mean, they're just a waitress who's good at what they do with a bunch of backsider knowledge of the underground
Yes,
networks.
backside knowledge. She knows a lot about butts.
All right.
Yeah, I believe we also all got 1 mana potion, 1 health potion.
All
Not
is
all of us.
all is
Me
Lezar,
and
Shallows,
Crelies,
and
yeah.
Crelies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just the 3 of us.
Correct. But you can use them on anybody or trade them between anyone how
Yeah.
you want to do
Oh,
that.
I need to add those to my inventory.
That's
Yeah,
probably a good idea.
Add items. Health. Well. How would I add this health potion?
What do you mean?
Potion of mana. Okay, add. To backpack. Potion of healing?
Correct.
Potion of healing greater, superior, or supreme.
The base level, just potion of healing.
I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, it just
Or-
says
or-
greater.
It could be healing potion. Let me look things up. Let me see. I'm gonna open up Shallow's thing in case they don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna use them as an example to try to find it. Shallows, do you know how to put stuff in your inventory?
No.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna teach you real quick. So if you go to your character sheet
Potion of healing.
and you do inventory on the
I found
bottom right
it.
box, this is for Shallows because they haven't put stuff in their inventory ever. Shallows is a new player.
Yeah.
So you go to manage inventory, and then you go to add items filter box, and then you type in what you want to find and you add it there. Potion of healing. Okay. So I'm gonna add the mana potion for you, and you can add your own potion of healing. Shadows.
And it was 1 day of rations, right?
Correct. 1 day of rations.
Okay. No, I'm encumbered.
You don't have to.
Why?
You don't have to take it now. You can take it when you get back or a different time. You just can only take one a week.
Okay, fair enough.
You
I'll
don't-
take it during our big old fucking trip.
You can also come
Do
by
I-
and visit it during your long rest if you want to pick it up then.
Do I need a mess
We can
kit?
just pay for a cart, and like that will carry us.
I mean, probably not. You could use your hands. I mean,
I mean, like no, because since we're encumbered. So
oh, I was answering Lezar. What did you say, Crelies?
I was saying that we could get a cart. We should get a cart so that it would carry us on the cart.
Well,
'Cause
not
we're
only should you
encumbered.
get a cart for that, but like, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
also get
go
a
out
stuff.
on the mission, you're gonna
You're
want to
Gotta
be
bring
able to
stuff
carry big animals
We're not
back.
gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna drag that shit
It's
all the
a
way back like
3-day
we
trip,
did last
normal,
time.
just walking with whatever equipment you have on you. You're not gonna be able to carry all that too, unless you had a bag of holding and can chop it up into pieces like a temporary freezer.
Bro, can I have a bag of holding
You can
for
go
all of
buy
my
one.
junk?
You
I
can't-
bet you it's more than 11 gold.
I bet you it is.
It's given how given the stuff here is probably over like hundreds of gold.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't see potion of healing. I just see potion of healing greater.
Did you type in potion? I typed in potion O, and that's when it popped up.
According to D&D 5e for Web News 21, which I don't know how effective that is, but the price range varies from 2,500 gold to 10,000.
Ah. Also, why does the potion of healing weigh something, but the mana potion doesn't?
Because the mana potion is a custom item and I forgot to add weight.
Oh. I didn't realize it was a custom item.
Yeah, I created that item from scratch.
Oh.
Yeah, I typed that in and I'm not getting it. So I'm just gonna.
You're not getting what?
I'm not finding the potion of healing.
Oh, Lezar tagged you in Discord
Okay.
with a message there.
Okay.
For how it's spelled and what it looks like. Because I mess up on
Okay.
spelling a lot too, so. I'm a smart man with spelling error brain.
Apparently, just typing in potion now. I can see it.
Yeah, if you
I don't
just
know
type in
what.
potion, it should work.
I couldn't see it before when I typed in potion.
Maybe it was just weird. Technology messes up sometimes. Or it was just in a list and it was at the top and you scrolled down immediately, or it was down somewhere else, or whatever. Who knows? So, Noria, what are you doing to prepare for your date tonight?
I don't got clothes other than what I'm wearing,
Right.
so
And you've
Nope.
also
not much.
you've also described it being just a date on the beach, so she's not gonna dress up any
Yeah, and
kind of formal.
I'm just picking her up from the bar.
Yes.
I got flowers and I got a necklace. I'll eventually give her a yo.
Hey yo.
Maybe we'll see. So, Noria will head out to the bar.
Okay. Yeah. So you head on over there. You have your flowers and your necklace safely tucked in either your pockets or your backpack.
I am not going to carry flowers in a backpack. Excuse me.
Listen, you're right. You're correct.
I'm gonna have them in my hand.
There it is.
That's a good way to do it. Let me put on something a little more not just not generic D&D music, but just something a little bit more like ocean sound background. I mean, not yet, but getting it ready. So if you arrive there a little bit early, you see that she's not there yet, but she's most likely finishing up getting prepared and ready.
Even though she has work.
Yeah, well, she probably asked time with just a little bit early, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or something like that, to just go upstairs and change into something before leaving.
I want her to look like a barmaid, and that's my kink. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I am absolutely kidding.
Okay. Well, you do you, man. I believe in you. So you eventually see her coming down the stairs in what looks like her hair is all the way like let down to like her past her shoulders. She is wearing not super fancy stuff. She's wearing like a black t-shirt and probably like between like a shin length black dress, but it doesn't look like it's formal attire. It looks like it's
A beach dress?
yeah. I think the term for it is like moxie dress or sundress. What it's
a sundress? Yeah.
Yeah. Moxie, I think, is like ankle length dress. Let me see. Images. Okay, well those are shorts, beach people. That's okay. Yes, we'll go with sundress. That makes sense. It's all black with like a t-shirt underneath it. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That looked awkward.
Oh, note to self: let's not have therapy dress someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, for me, it's always just whatever shorts and t-shirts are still clean.
Just have her wear a sundress. Just have her
Right.
be wearing a sundress.
That's all you need. and some
I
nice
mean-
shoes.
She
If you-
could be wearing a camel sol for all I care, instead of a t-shirt underneath.
What in the fuck is that?
You know, like the little jackets I have?
Is that like a belly button length jacket or something like that?
No, it's like it basically is like a pullover and like it kind of lengths down.
Yeah, she's just gonna wear a sundress and that's it.
That's not what I'm seeing online.
Okay.
It's fine. We're starting off great. We're doing good. Hello, Noria. How you doing? I was just finishing up my shift and decided to come down. Ended a little early.
Oh god, now I'm actually awkward.
You okay? Your cheeks are a little red.
Noria pulls out her notepad and writes, "Of course my cheeks are red. There's a pretty woman in front of me."
I didn't bring a mirror. But I appreciate it. Thank you. I have actually something for you.
Oh god.
She brings out a little small bag, probably from like your wrist to your elbow. Not a huge bag, something pretty small.
Fucking huge! What the? My wrist to my elbow? That's at least 12 inches!
Well, yeah, but it's not like a huge gift box thing.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's probably like grocery bag height. It's nothing over the
Okay.
top, but it's a pretty decently sturdy folded paper bag, basically.
Okay.
That's for you whenever you want it. You don't need to open it now. You can do it whenever you want to. Did you have?
Noria's gonna tuck it away and then hand Delphi the Delphine flowers.
Oh my goodness, I appreciate these. Did you?
And I write that they are called Delphine.
Oh my goodness, they're named after. Well, they're not named after me, but you picked a flower that matches my name. I appreciate that, Noria. That's well thought out. I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. That. Do you?
Noria like rubs their own shoulders like, hey, yeah.
Good job. Do you mind if I actually stop by my place on the way, and I can put them in a vase in my windowsill so that way I'm not carrying them around the whole time?
Noria nods.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Oh god, why was there a roll?
Oh, I didn't do
not
it.
a roll.
If somebody did, that wasn't me. I also forgot to open roll 20, so that's why I'm not there. I don't need to do it right now though. There's not combat. So let's, yeah. Why don't we head? It's on the beachfront. It's kind of a little small two-story place that's facing the ocean. That's not a big thing, but that's where I live. Um, she. Yeah, go ahead.
Noria is going to ask, "Do you mind if I mind link with you?"
What does that mean?
It means you would be able to hear me speak into your head and I wouldn't have to write.
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with that.
Okay, Noria is going to mind link with Delphi
Nice.
and is going and it in her brain voice,
Hmm.
which is a nice like calm voice
Mhm.
that's going to say it must be nice living on a beach.
Well, it's close. I mean, to be fair, it's not a fancy beach. It's kind of like between here and the beach I think we're headed towards. It's more like dock view, but it's still nice to see a direct sight of the ocean. It can get a bit precarious when it's stormy weather, but it can get a little worrisome with the waves lapping up against the rock barrier. But yeah, it's still nice living super close to the ocean.
Noria then says, I only got to see the ocean when I boarded a boat illegally to get to
You hear
a
her audibly laugh at the illegally, like that's some big terrible secret.
boarded a boat illegally to get somewhere in Runeterra, but ended up here because of a ship crash. And so
Oh,
I
that
state
must
that
have
I've
sucked.
never liked boats.
Yeah, I'm not super big on ocean travel either. I've been out to the so far that I couldn't see land anymore, and it really freaked me out because I was sure we were gonna be lost out there forever, and it really startled me. I don't like the ocean either.
Noria nods and says, yeah, it's not great when your ship gets wrecked and you're the only one who survived.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not at all an enjoyable experience.
You're not supposed to be on that ship anyway.
I mean, well, at least you survived it. That works for me.
Yeah, here I am.
And here we are. You guys arrive at her place. It's got kind of like a reddish brick exterior, like it's made from one of the older brick homes, and it's got some vines crawling up the side to the two windows at the top, and there's a big window at the bottom to like look into the first floor, and it crawls partially over the bottom window and then onto the ledge where the planter is for the diagonal window above the door, if that made any sense. And
Mhm.
portions of the vines are a little dead from the salt aspect, um, but there's some fresh green parts mixed in with the brown on the red brick. You see inside, and she has it decently clean. Um, there's like some books just like left open on her table. There's some dishes that haven't been put away, but like the floor is clean. There's nothing on the ground from what you can see from where you are. Um, I'll be right back.
Nice place.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's what I could afford, and it was here, and yeah, it is. I mean, I guess it is a nice place. Um,
I'll be waiting.
appreciate it. She goes inside. You see her go to the sink and pour in some water into a vase that's kind of more just a vertical cylinder than a fancy ornate vase. And she puts it, walks over and waves to you through the window and sets it on the front of the window.
Oh,
Uh,
whoa.
and then you can see that she's trying to like hide blushing and just leaves and goes back outside and locks up after she leaves. All right, leader, where did you want to take us?
You're supposed to take me.
You asked me on the date.
Yes, but I asked you if you could take me to a pretty beach.
This is fair. This is fair. This way, away from here, and we go continuing the same direction we were walking before. You see, it's kind of a little fishy still here, because it's still heavily dock work area and lots of fishing boats, and it's kind of like not so much industrial, but it's kind of waning towards the open pleasure area of the beach where it's recreational. So what made you decide to ask me to go on a date?
Noria blushes a little, but also has a stern look because there's two reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Noria states, "I have a thing for redheads."
Okay. Is there more substance to me that you were hoping for besides a redhead? Like, why did you end up choosing me, though?
You seemed more. I'm a great.
Yep, sorry, go ahead.
In my lifetime, I have seen bad people and I have seen good people, and I have learned how to read people fairly well from just seeing and how they interact. And while I have seen you for a short period of time, I could see that you are a good person and that you have a heart and that you are someone that would be a good companion.
I like that. That's well put together. Me as the DM, I'm gonna put this in the general for it. I just want to show you that this is how you started that statement.
Shut up!
You seem more you're a great I've seen.
All I'm saying is I have never had my social anxiety like hit this peak.
Well, I really appreciate that you see that in me, Noria. It's refreshing to hear somebody actually say something that well put together and actually thought out. The messages, yes. But yes, I'm looking forward to doing this. You see that as she's, when she left the house, now that you're actually paying attention to more like what she has, you see that she has a picnic blanket with a towel folded in half and then covered over it. So she has a picnic basket with a beach, effectively a beach towel.
Did you make food?
I think the chef in the kitchen where I work made food. I didn't make the food, but I brought it, and I didn't pay for it.
Noria chuckles.
But the basket I did buy myself.
At least that's what you bought.
Yeah, it's kind of like stuff that was going to be thrown out at the end of the day because we didn't use it. So I'm just taking it instead of throwing it away. Because there's no point to just waste food if we can take it home. But yeah, I'm excited to possibly end up seeing the green sunset flash. It's not super common, but that would be nice. At this point, it's becoming more of a like the rocky, like 20 to 30 foot drop into the ocean on the side.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's turning more into kind of like a slanted diagonal, and eventually it's starting to get filled with more sand as it's transitioning into more the as it's transitioning to the more pleasant sandy beach area. You guys walk for probably an additional 5 minutes, free to talk as you progress that way. But
Can I make a an insight roll on whether she believed what I said about why I picked her?
sure. I'm gonna use Shallow's character sheet because I have it open, and I'm just gonna have it not sent to anybody. Go ahead and roll your insight, and I can't see the number because I don't have Roll20 open. So.
Yeah, I know. My thing is slow.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, I could have just used a normal die. Oh, fuck me. It's a 5.
Good job. Your internal brain is too focused on
Date.
cute lady social anxiety.
Okay, yeah.
Making sure things
Sounds
go
about
well.
right.
Then
Sounds about right.
then if she really believed it, but from what you can tell, I mean, she's still happy.
Yeah. Noria's gonna ask, since you asked me why I asked you, I'm gonna ask why you said yes.
To be honest, you seemed like a chaotic ball of, like, I honestly don't know how else to say it, but like, edge, and it was just kind of like seeing a grumpy, seeing like a grumpy cat, and just sometimes they end up knocking things on the floor, and you just seemed like you would be fun to be around once you ended up opening up.
Noria's gonna like pretend scoff and be like, "Wow, I'm a grumpy cat."
Yes, absolutely you are.
And you're a crazy cat lady.
You betcha. That's why I left all the dishes on my counter.
Hey, yeah.
I'm too lazy to clean them up right now. So about at that point, after like that conversation, you end up reaching a spot that's decently secluded from other individuals. There's not other people around to like listen or watch or spectate. It is a nice open area of at least like 80 feet to the sides. Sure, there's people walking behind you, but there's a decent open area around you that makes it feel like it's private. Plus, nobody's gonna hear what you're saying anyway.
You guys hear that? You can't hear what's going on.
Characters have no idea what's happening. Players, they want to be there to see how it goes. She starts putting out the blanket, the towel.
Nora grabs the other end and makes it all nice.
She intentionally like switches it to the other direction as you're trying to spill it, so it's like twists, like it looks like a bow tie. And she says in your mind, through your mind link, Noria, I think you're doing it wrong.
Noria gets a little flustered and tries to fix it.
She laughs.
Gets like really into it, trying to fix it. Not realizing that Delphi's fucking with me.
He's poking the grumpy cat. Yeah. This is gonna be nice. At this point, the sun is kind of still up, but it's not like directly in your eyes. It's kind of like off to like slightly off center, so it's not directly in your eyes. But anyways, you're gonna probably be looking at each other anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it's not quite sunset yet. It's very close to it though. So she opens up the basket. We've got some pulled pork with a bunch of rice. We've got like biscuits and a couple trays of butter.
Oh.
And she starts laying it out on the blanket in between you two.
Noria, here 1 second. Let's see.
Mhm.
We could do sleight of hand roll
Sure, for what?
to see if I brought anything to eat.
Sure, you can do a retroactive sleight of hand check, why not?
Shit! I did not. It's a 4.
Wow. You thought you did, but you accidentally left it at home when you were packing up to make sure you brought all your necklace and flowers.
It would, you know what would be funnier is if I had brought a bottle of wine and it's just busted in the bottom of my bag.
If that's what you would like for it to be, it can be that.
No, I didn't get a 1, so it doesn't count.
No. But yeah, you just left it. It's still back at the bubble tea shop. You just like, dang it, I left it behind. I got the flowers and necklace though. I got the things that mattered.
Doria's gonna pick up a piece of pulled pork and offer it to her to feed it to her.
She's gonna like slowly inch her whole like torso forward and just kind of open her mouth and let you put it in her mouth.
Noria puts the pulled pork in her mouth and just like kind of turns away, blushing, hiding her face.
It needs more salt.
Noria points at the ocean and is like, "Hey, let's go get some."
You know what? That's a good point. And she starts to make a motion like she's gonna bolt towards the ocean.
Oh God.
Seeing that she realizes that you're telling a joke now, she's like, "Oh, okay, hold on." I appreciate that. Well, that was, yeah, it needs more salt, that's for sure. But yeah, like,
Noria's gonna take a deep breath and be like, "You are making my blood pressure go up."
well, unfortunately, I don't have any medical supplies. But she says, definitely playing with you again. But yeah, let's. She off like takes one of the end pieces of the like two shorter stout loaves, and like carves out the bread. I put some of the pulled pork in there with the rice, and then offers to do the same for you as well.
Noria looks a little skeptically, but then, what does Noria do?
That's a good question.
Noria leans over and basically takes a chomp out of it. Just like hardcore, snaps her mouth down onto it.
onto the one that she made already.
Yeah.
Good. Fair enough. She kind of like seeing that, like, it is very like she wasn't expecting that, to be sure, but she's definitely pleased with the way you did that. There's now like slightly bent in the middle, and like all the meat stuff is gone, and now some of it's spilling in between her fingers. And so she just shakes her hand off, and a piece of rice and pulled pork land on your cheek. And then
Oh God.
she goes with her other finger after she's wiped her hand off on her sundress, and uses her clean hand to pick the pieces off of your face.
As I'm still nomming on the food, I kind of just make like an innocent child look while she takes the stuff off my face.
Well, good. I know you like being dirty. Trust me, I do too.
What?
Dirt! Not! She like starts freaking out and like embarrassed that she might have like said something inappropriate. Like she was moving too far forward too fast. She says, no, like sand, like dirt, like messy people.
Noria just starts fucking laughing.
Yeah, and you got, is there anything else that you'd like to do? Because like she's continuing to just kind of like put this pieces of stuff together, because she realizes, and she says, oh dang, you know what, I forgot to bring plates. all we have, I mean, I guess like we have a couple bowls with that the stuff is put in, but I didn't bring any for us to eat out of. Are you fine just like using your hands?
I mean, yeah,
Okay, cool.
I've used worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I
Wait,
haven't used
what
worse,
did you use
but...
that's worse than your hands? You like use part of your earlobe or something, and or like use your feet?
Earlobe?
Did you use
Earlobe is what you can think of. Earlobe is what you can think of. Noria just like it's like, I've never thought of my earlobe being able to pick something up.
Look at Lezar's message.
Coochie, yep.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, just where's that gif? You're welcome for cursed.
Ooh, spiny. Perfect. Alright. Picnic intensifies. Yes, that's right, Crelies.
Noria's gonna pull out the thing that was given to her from Delphi and ask her what is it.
No, there's no way I'm telling you what that is. You're either gonna open
Noria
it,
like gives her a skeptical look.
She tries to mimic the skeptical look to mock you.
Noria then like slowly opens it, like not looking at it at all, like dead head, like
yeah.
dead looking at Delphi, just opening it, like looking at her, like yeah. And then it's fully opened. What is it?
As soon as you start look down, she says "boo" and tries to scare you.
Noria doesn't get scared.
When you open it, it's wrapped in cloth again.
Oh my god.
Just to keep it safe. I'm assuming you opened the cloth to see what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's inside the box? Another box.
Yeah. Lezar says, Dex save for scared. So let's do that, but you have advantage on it, because I mean, if you're saying you've been through so much nonsense, you can have advantage on it, but that means that there's still a chance for failure. What is it? What was it?
Okay, so advantage is where you roll twice, right?
And you take the higher number.
Yeah. So the first roll was a 1.
Uh-huh.
The second roll was a 2.
So, thinking, oh, well, it's not a big deal, you, like, freak out and throw it into the air and, like, completely freak out. And, like, fall onto your back and get sand in your hair. Thank you, Lezar. That was a nice addition.
Noria's just gonna stay there.
The-
Just stay there and
the
pity myself.
The contents inside the bag are still fine. They're because
Yeah,
they are wrapped
no.
in cloth.
I'm just laying there because I'm done that I freaked out so bad.
She's definitely, like, laughing out loud on the blanket. And enjoying the fact that she got you.
Noria's gonna sit up and just be like, I guess normal people scare me more than the shit I dealt with.
Well, it's because probably you just weren't expecting it. That's all.
Or tense. I'm just tense.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
extremely
right.
tense.
But why would you be tense? There's no reason for you to be tense here.
I haven't been on a date in a long time.
To be fair, neither have I. There's not a lot of people that seem super interesting. But when
You
somebody...
see a bunch of visitors all the time, though.
Yeah, a lot of drunk visitors who work with fish all day.
Yeah, there's that.
Cleaning up their vomit when they leave, that's not something I'm interested in.
Good thing I can hold my alcohol.
That's true. That's true. So what is Noria doing?
Picking up the thing that I dropped.
Sure.
Now trying to open it and look at it.
When you open it, it comes in two parts. There's, like, a rectangular box, and then there's kind of a weirdly shaped kind of thing, and when you hold them together, they kind of clink a little bit. Once you pull out the cloth, there's a rectangular box and a kind of what you would assume is, like, health potion bottle that's filled just with black.
I'm kind of gonna look at her like, ooh. Confusion.
Go on, you're fine.
I open the little box first.
It's a engraved pen that says
What?
first date.
It says what?
First date.
That's hella gay.
Well, you're dating a woman. As a
I
woman.
was about to say.
So
you are
what did you
literally on a
expect?
date with, literally on a date with a woman.
And the capital F and a capital D for the first and date. And then putting that together, the weird black mystery liquid is ink.
Ink.
Yeah. Since I know that you don't really speak a lot to other people, I thought this would be useful so that way you can have first date written in your hand to think of this whenever you're writing with other people.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Okay. 1.
How did my die get stuck? There we go.
I don't know, you tell me. Yes, grumble sounds. That's true.
Yep. Noria's just gonna start crying. Straight up. Start crying.
Wait.
Woman does not cry at all, but straight up starts crying.
Wait, what? Why? What did it? She's like, puts her hand on your shoulder and brings you in so that way she can comfort you. Did I do something wrong?
Noria shakes her head no, and is like, and says, I've never been given anything before.
Well, it's a pen. And ink. I'm sure you've bought plenty of those before on your own. But yes, I guess it's given to you. I guess that's the point.
And Noria says, even though I've bought them before, it's much different receiving it from someone who thinks of me.
Yeah. Well, that's what this was, right?
Yeah.
When you thought of asking me. I mean, it may be because I'm a typical super sexy redhead, but like, I'm sure there was more to it, like you said the second time. Once I pried it out of you.
Noria then like wipes her tears away and kind of like puts on a stern face and states, I have to be 100% honest. There was a secondary reason I asked you out.
Okay. She kind
And
of stops holding you and sits up.
Noria says, I knew that you were withholding information when I came to see you with my friend about the boat that we asked about, and I wanted to know if you would tell me in private.
Roll me a persuasion check. Keep in mind, people have DM dice.
People have what?
DM dice. The inspiration points.
What does that mean?
If for some reason your roll is low, they can use it to have you re-roll again.
Well, I also have that, so I
Okay, cool.
I can do that right now because I got a bad one. 18.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you first. 18 is not high enough to get the information out of her.
What
She
the hell did she roll?
didn't. There was a DC check. It wasn't a contested.
Is an 18 not high enough?
Because some things are harder to get out of people. If other people have a DM that inspiration die and would like to use it, you can. Otherwise, we'll move forward. I'm gonna take that silence as a nobody stepping forward. Noria, I appreciate that you're here with me. And I appreciate you telling me before we had more time together. But the fact that you're aware that I'm holding stuff back and then asking me to tell you what you knew that I wasn't telling you, kind of... My job has a lot of details I have to withhold from other people. It's not as innocent of a job as it may appear. It's
Noria's gonna take her hand
Mhm.
in hers and say, I've done things too.
Oh, I'm. I. I haven't done things. I guess, not done things. If that makes any sense.
Noria nods and says, I've done the exact same thing, and says, do I want to say the whole story? Do I just... Noria states that her best friend, she went against her best friend in a hard time and did nothing instead of helping him, and he got imprisoned for it.
Yeah. I've definitely interacted with precious family heirlooms that have been stolen from other people. Something as simple as just family pictures and stuff just people robbed just to rob so they can sell it. And instead of returning any of that to any of the people or accidentally leaving it at the lost and found at the yawning portal, I just did nothing, and those are precious points in life, and it's not anything close to where you are, but I feel responsible for not stepping forward and helping them. And there's a lot of other stuff too. It's
We have to do things to survive.
yeah. My job is one of a public-facing diner waitress or bar waitress, but I have a lot more at stake. A lot of really not good people know me, and yeah, there's a lot of secret stuff that goes on.
Noria pulls out the necklace that she made, but like kind of like still hiding it, like not being able to be seen, and says, you know, if you don't want to be in that situation anymore, you could come with me.
Where would we go?
Noria says, I need to get back to my home country, Runeterra, to find out something that I've been trying to find my whole life. But after that, we can go anywhere.
Well, how would we get there? What's the plan? Because right now, although I'm not safe, I have a stable job.
I
have a home,
Noria.
and I have well, possibly in the future, a grumpy cat.
Noria says there's a group that I met that there's some strange people, but they seem decent enough. They're willing to fight with me even though we had barely met each other. We went into the yawning portal and fought a monster. And we're trying to look for a way to get back. And that's why we needed the information about the boat.
Okay. I can talk with other people about finding less expensive boat passage, but I can't give you any information you're looking for.
Noria nods and understands.
And you said you gave her the necklace, right? Or did you pull it out?
No, not
Okay,
yet. I
okay,
just
okay.
pulled it out.
I'm sorry, if information gets out and the wrong people hear that I gave out that information, I'm definitely not in a good place.
Noria nods and and says, I know what you mean. I had to flee my home for the same reason.
Well,
Then that's when Noria gives the necklace to her and says, I made this because I wanted you to be my companion.
well, I see no reason to decline this. It seems like a beneficial out, as well as having someone who would actually care about me for once. That would be nice.
Noria like whispers and says, I will kill people for you.
I will not keep you from killing them or me.
Hey yo!
I'm not super confrontational, but I can stay safe, stay in the back, and if need be, I can provide some kind of support if there's training or weaponry, or I learn. I don't know a lot. My specialties are primarily more with the tongue, and she starts like doesn't freak out when she says it this time.
Noria like kind of like has like an internal like, oh my god look. Like
I'm better at talking my way out of things than confrontation. I don't like how I think I would feel if I hurt somebody.
Noria nods.
You said you had a group of friends?
Yes. I mean, acquaintances. I don't know if they're friends yet.
Well, that's a start at least. Roll me a charisma check.
Oh lord.
By the way, I'm giving you another DM inspiration for talking about your traumatic backstories with somebody on a first date, because that's big.
I got a 17.
Okay. Well, we could either see your friends or we could see them tomorrow.
Noria smiles and says, tomorrow sounds fine.
She grabs your hand and starts to head back to her place and leaves everything behind besides the stuff
Hey
you gave her.
yo!
And we're gonna fade black there. But that is wink wink nudge nudge. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, you're definitely gonna be around for breakfast.
Hey yo!
I'm going to quickly mute myself, get some more coffee, get some water, and then we can rejoin. There's also mosquitoes that are around, so I'm gonna go put some mosquito spray on, and I'll be back.
Understandable. I like how this is just a very good example of all of the U-Haul gays.
Of what? Huh?
The U-Haul gays, the gays that bring a U-Haul on the first date.
Okay, I'm here again. I'm restocking my coffee, but I have my headphones. Instead of getting mosquito stuff, I'm just put on long pants, socks, and a hoodie. So my skin is all covered. Because she's in the middle of a game right now, and I don't want to bother her too much. Can people hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just took the entire coffee machine outside with me, with all the coffee in it. That's easier. Alright, well, good job on your date. By the way, Noria, we'll figure it out. But effectively, as of now, Belmia is a sidekick for you.
You mean Delphi?
Yes, thank you.
Damn.
I'm about to say, damn, she really just got demoted like that for no reason.
Yeah, sorry, Belmia, you need to make a new character sheet. You only get one class feature.
Damn.
I was gonna.
Man.
And
I
by
was
the
like,
way,
I think you mean like wingman, just for like being supportive.
but yeah, she's a thing with stuff and things.
She's like a companion in Skyrim. Just give her all your shit to carry.
She's weak, man. She's not physically strong enough for that. She's super intelligent, charismatic, and wisdom-oriented, but she's not a pack mule.
She could carry something.
She can carry the weight of your attitude, which is already burden enough.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay. Alright. Side. Okay. Did I say it right? Side track, side quest, side.
I feel like this is more accurate.
Yeah.
Where's this? D&D 5e sidekicks. Where is it? What books are they in?
Ah.
Tasha's Cauldron. There we go.
Ah.
Cool.
Ah.
That's true. Is that me? Is that me cutting in and out?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I just heard and I was thinking it was mimicking my disconnections.
No.
Yeah.
Sidekicks. I found it.
You could also become somebody's apprentice as well, or something. But
Yeah, but we're gonna do sidekick because it's easier to manage.
okay.
Okay. So she has no magical capabilities, so you can choose between she's not super, yeah, she's not super think expert would probably be the way to go. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Cool. So, Delphi is a expert subclass of a sidekick. Let me look at creating a sidekick.
You can do that later.
Okay. Starting level is the same as the average of the group. So, as of right now, 3. When that average level goes up, she goes up. But yeah, I'll look into that later. But effectively, she'll be a skill-focused creature instead of combat. So, everyone else, what is the goal? What is the plan?
I think we're gonna take a long rest.
I believe that was the case too.
Yeah.
I totally just like disassociated there and just did not realize what was being said.
That's fine. What's the plan? What are we doing?
Oh yeah,
I believe we're taking a long rest.
yeah.
for the
We're
week.
fixing up the
Okay, cool.
manor.
So, does everybody have access to Xanathar's guide?
Excuse me?
No.
Okay. I will find a option to make it super easy for us to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah, he's looking for like Xanathar's guide, the D&D book to see that we have it
I do not.
accessible. Yeah, to us.
Okay. So here are the list of things that you can do during your downtime activities.
Crime.
Crime is one. You can do crime
Gay
for a week.
crime.
You might be in
Gay
prison for.
crime.
You might be in prison for. I believe it says like up to a certain number of weeks, depending on how it turns out.
Well, I know that Crelies is going to go around. He's going to go around and get people to invest in the shop.
Oh yeah, that was Belle too.
Yeah. But Crelies is going to go just to make sure that Crelies is going to go to the person with the disguise kit first.
Is it what?
Crelies was going to go meet up with the person with the disguise kit first so that he could get done up in makeup and stuff like that, so that
You're gonna
to meet
need
the
to
nobles.
remind me which disguise kit person we're talking about.
The one that his sister knows.
Okay, neat.
Yeah.
Memory is fun. So I don't want that open. That's dumb.
So like, I have a question. So can I like work on the manor during the day and then like in the evenings go work somewhere?
I'm gonna say yes, but that's all you'll be able to do. You won't be able to go to shops and stuff if you have effectively 2 jobs.
That's fine. I mean, yeah, I don't have any fucking charisma or anything, so that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do the work.
Okay.
The dexterous work, not the strength work. I ain't got no strength.
Okay. Crelies, you can pay someone 2 silver.
Okay.
And they will do effectively like they work for the theater, and so they have a lot of different types of costumes, noble attire, poor person attire. They're effectively like have anything that you could look for that.
Okay.
And it is effectively, unless you give reason to not appear as you look, like if you give a reason for them not to believe the fact you're a noble person, you look indistinguishable from another noble person. So it's
Okay.
only your mannerisms, since you paid for it instead of rolling on your own disguise kit.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna look like a well-to-do merchant person.
Okay, that's not super difficult.
Okay. I'll pay them a gold.
Oh yeah, great. Well then,
Because that takes care of it for the week.
yes, true. Great. So what are you doing, Crelies?
I'm gonna go with Belmia, and I'm gonna go like talk to all of the merchant people, to
Okay.
all of the nobles to invest, to get some noble people to invest, or to get some just other well-to-do merchants to invest.
Okay. Belmia, you're going along?
Of course.
So you
Somebody's gotta
both are doing
provide
the
kind
carousing option.
Yeah, that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go down the list via the way you are ordered in the voice call. So Crelies and Belmia, you guys are both at the top. So carousing. Let's do after a work week of carousing, a character stands to make contacts with the selected social class. So you're choosing the nobility. And the deception skill. So we're gonna say since you paid for it for the whole week, they also offer to do touch-ups every time before you head out to go do what you're going to do.
Okay.
So you'll have advantage on your deception skill check.
Okay.
So after a work week of carousing. Oh, alternatively, they can use it to yeah. So why don't you roll me a it just needs to be a 15. So why don't you do deception with advantage?
Okay. That's 24 with advantage.
Wonderful. No issue.
Yeah.
And Belmia, you don't need to do one because I believe you are part nobility, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the mannerisms, you have the manner training, you have practice being of noble, so you don't need to do a deception check.
Then I shan't.
After the work week of carousing, a character stands to make contacts with the selected social class. The character makes a charisma persuasion check on the carousing table. So both both Belmia and Crelies. And if you told me I didn't hear you.
I got a 21 and charisma.
I got a 23.
Nice. Each of you individually made 3 strong ally contacts. So upper class contacts are nobles and their personal servants. Carousing with such folk covers formal banquets, state dinners, and the like. So if you wanted to completely fully deck out with 6 over the course of a full week, you could effectively turn this into like an upscale design your own with 6 contacts. They are effectively people. Contacts are NPCs who now share a bond with a character the character either owes the character a favor or has some reason to bear a grudge, which you succeeded, so it's not a hostile contact. Are friends who will render aid to the character but not risk their lives. So,
Okay.
if you wanted to completely deck out the New Adventurers Guild for the Troll Skull Manor, effectively you would have 6 things that you wanted to cover for the inn. So you could say stocked food, you could say
Construction.
furniture, construction, landscaping, anything that you wanted to say, you could say that. And you two can be working on what things you want to type out. You could either message each other privately or do it in the server, however you wanted to do it.
Okay.
But you'll get a bullet point list of 6 options to tell me that you're doing for the Adventurers Guild. Okay, so let's go on to Lezar.
I would actually like to change mine. I want to do pit fighting.
Yeah, do it. You effectively like see that Crelies and Belmia have like the whole social aspect in mind. They come back to you after like a couple days and mention to the group that they effectively have like a lot of higher up contacts covering a lot of stuff. So pit fighting is something that you can for sure do.
Cool.
So let's look up the pit fighting.
Let's see. All I can see is what it requires, and it requires acrobatics, athletics, and constitution ability checks. But I can replace any one of those with an attack roll.
Let me look it up. Makes 3 checks. Yep. Special constitution check that has a bonus equal to a roll of the character's largest hit die. It does not spend the hit die.
Oh.
If desired, a character can replace one of these skill checks with an attack roll using one of the character's weapons. The DC for each of the checks is random and not to your eyes. So I will do those rolls privately, and there are 3 rolls. So you can do athletics, acrobatics, and a con check. Do you have the stats in front of you of what you need
My
to do?
stats?
Because I can copy and paste it if you need. I'm gonna just do it anyway. I'm not gonna ask you.
Yes.
Okay. Here you go. There's. I think I did it to the wrong person. I did it to the muted one. Whoops. There we go.
Nice.
So I'm gonna do my checks on a character sheet. No. Crelies, your microphone is doing a lot of static.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's from the fan in the background.
Okay. Sorry about
No, you're
that.
fine. No, you're fine.
I'll just-
I'm just letting you know it's there.
Okay, so acrobatics is a 15. Okay, so I'll do a hit die.
A constitution with the bonus of a hit die.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm opening.
so and they okay. And so constitution check. That's
Correct.
Is that clicking under the stat?
It's a constitution save.
And so then I would add +7 since that's what I got for the hit die.
No, yeah. So if you rolled a 7 on your hit die, you add that to your Constitution save.
Okay.
Okay. I have my checks
So
ready.
I gotta. Okay. And so, if desired, the character can replace one of these skill checks with an attack roll using one of the character's weapons. Okay. So I'm gonna replace athletics,
Okay.
the strength, with hit die.
What? No, you don't replace it with a hit die. You replace it with your weapon attack.
Oh, weapon attack. Oh, okay.
If you're going to replace it, if desired, a character can replace one of these skill checks with an attack roll using one of the character's weapons.
Okay, an attack roll.
Not damage,
I'm
just to
gonna
see if it hits.
Oh. So would I roll again for that, or
So no,
would I
you
use
you
this?
you use what if you already rolled for something, you keep what you've already rolled. You can switch it out in place of,
well,
but maybe that wasn't
oh.
clear, so we can let it happen this time. Since it was not clear. But you don't get 4 rolls, you only get 3. And you can replace
Yeah.
one of the 3 with your weapon instead.
I don't know why athletics rolled twice, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with 7 instead of a 1.
Okay.
So,
So what are your
so
3 in order of athletics, acrobatics, and then your con?
I just put it. If you're on roll 20, I just put it in your not.
I'm
So
not.
it's a 20 con save, 15 acrobatics, and a 7 hit die, or the yeah, an attack roll.
An attack roll in place of your athletics?
Yeah,
Okay.
which I rolled
So what was your
a
total for
1.
athletics? 7?
Athletics?
For your replacement of athletics?
Oh, so yeah, 7.
Okay. Cool. So it was you beat 2 of them.
Woo! That's
So
better than nothing.
you get 100 gold out of that.
Jeez, woo! Okay.
Pit fighting, 2 successes is 100 gold.
Okay. Why
Complications
does gold
involved in
weigh?
pit fighting.
Oh,
Why don't you roll me a d10?
a D10.
Mhm.
Okay. A 6.
Great, you're fine.
Oh, sweet.
It's just there's a 1% chance of a complication. So if you rolled a 1, you'd have a downside to it.
Is gold supposed to weigh?
It weighs whatever the coin weight is.
No.
Yeah, your money has. You can open a bank account and work with the government.
It could get interest.
Yeah, 1 copper every 10 years.
Oh God. So
Yeah, what's up?
if I do open a bank account like that, would I be able to access my gold
Anywhere?
anywhere?
In some banks, yes. They would provide you with what is effectively, I forget what it's called, but there's a spell that's like Secret Chest. And they'd provide you with a ring custom set to accessing your chest that can pop in and out of existence.
So it's like
But
is
you
it
have
a
to buy it.
reusable scroll?
It's a ring. So you can use it
Oh.
effectively 1d4 times per day.
Oh, well. Using it more than twice a day is
I mean, you don't need to. You could just pull out like 30 and then have 30 gold sitting on you. And
No,
then,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
but
would
you would
not
have to
need
pay
use
a
it more than twice a
membership
day.
into
Like
that
deposit
bank.
and then withdraw.
You'd have to pay a membership into that bank to use that. If you wanted
How
to be
much
able
does
to
that
access
cost?
your roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. $16.
16. Okay. It would cost you effectively 50 gold to get the ring, and it would take probably a little while longer. If I mean, depending on, roll me a d10, and if you get 8, 9, or 10, roll it again. Effectively, we're seeing what weekday you get.
4.
4. Okay, so you would have 3 days. So yeah, it would take 3 days to get back to you. So yeah, you would have it by the end of the work week. It would cost 50 gold to get the ring to permanently be able to access that chest. But in order to do that, you do need to give them like personal information, like a bank does. Which means that your name is going to be on record and trackable. As well as when you access and where you access your money. But infinite money storage. Actually, I don't think it's infinite. I don't think it's infinite. It's a portable magic chest that appears in and out of existence. Let me look up the secret chest spell real quick.
Can I get the rest of the party's opinion on this?
Yeah, you can talk with them over the course of the work week. Yeah.
I meant players.
I know. Yeah, you can talk with them over the course of the work week. Yeah.
Boodoop.
Boodoop? Who did the boodoop?
No, I just unmuted myself, I think.
Yes.
I was like, I heard.
What am I needed for? What?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We were
Did y'all
debating
even
over like
hear
what
what
we should
happened?
ask for.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Did you even hear what happened?
I did not. I was.
No,
we were
I'm talking
supposed
to. I'm making a joke at Nathan. So what happened?
So what
What do you
happened?
mean?
Yeah.
Oh. Basically, since I got 100 gold from pit fighting, but I can spend 50 gold in order to get access to a ring to basically access my bank account whenever I want, wherever I want.
So if you look at the message I sent you, you can store.
It's telling me to just buy it. That I can't see anything.
Okay, so you hide a chest and all its contents in the ethereal plane. It stores up to 12 cubic feet of non-living material.
Oh, so it's more than just gold.
It's more than just money. It's
Okay,
a portable
cool.
space that can store non-living material. It exists. It'll rot. It'll spoil. It'll whatever. But like, it can't. It specifically says in there non-living material. However, we want to interpret that. After 60 days, there is a cumulative 5% per day that the spell's effect ends. This effect ends if you cast the spell again, if the smaller replica is destroyed, or if you choose to end the spell as an action.
could only last 5 days?
No. There's 5% per day after 2 months. Let me look. Instantaneous. Okay, so while the chest remains in the ethereal plane, you can use an action to touch the replica of the chest, which is like on your embedded into your ring. I don't know if we're gonna have it be a ring. I think it'll actually be a replica, like a toy chest that's probably can fit in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
When you use an action to touch it, it brings the chest from the ethereal plane back to the material, which is where you all are, and then you can use an action again to send it back.
Okay.
So there's not a ring; it's just a replica that you go through the bank, and the bank effectively casts the spell. That, by the way, costs 5,000 gold to use. According to the spell, you should have the cost of the spell is 5,050 gold. But because you're working with the bank and they have your information, and they can track you, and they can like effectively store your information and location and tracking and stuff like that, they're effectively like, yeah, they're just able to make it cheaper.
Y'all think it's worth it?
I don't know, man.
You have a
That's your
tracking
money.
device on you now.
See, keep in mind, this chest can also hold stuff like leather armor.
Get it.
You get it, rich boy.
You now have the same amount of money as me, so.
I earned it.
As if gambling is not a skill.
I think that after a week of fighting, you might be. It doesn't say in the rules. We're just gonna leave it as is. I would think that you might be a little exhausted, but we're not gonna add that in there. I mean, we can, because Crelies says, or somebody has a thing that can get rid of it anyway. So yeah.
I don't want an exhaustion level.
I don't care.
SMH.
Why don't you roll me a Constitution save? Since you get 100 gold.
Constitution.
Yeah, roll me a con save. And just tell me what the result is.
I don't wanna.
Great. What is it?
I don't wanna.
Is
No, shut up.
It's a 5?
Yes.
Great. You have a point of exhaustion. Proud of you. Alright, let's look at the list again. Yeah, flower petals, that's true. Okay.
How do I get rid of exhaustion? The fuck.
Rest.
It's a long rest to get rid of an exhaustion point. Not
Right.
including the one you were working on it with. But, maybe somebody has a way to take care of it if they're paying attention and listening. Noria.
Yes.
Besides throwing petals around on a bed and enjoying your new partner's persuasive talents, what are you doing for your work week?
Research.
Neat, let's do it. Shallows, we're gonna force you to talk after this. It's gonna be great. Alright, research. What are you researching? Also,
Boats.
keep in mind, uh, the work week and the effort cost 50 gold spent on materials, bribes, gifts, and expenses. So to research, it costs 50 gold.
What?
Yeah, it costs money.
Then I can't do that. Hey, yo.
Wait, couldn't she just go to the library and do her research there? 'Cause that's free.
It is, but the thing says downtime activities. It depends. Let's assuming such access is available, research requires 1 work week of effort and at least 50 gold spent on materials, bribes, gifts, and other expenses. You can try it and see if it works. You can try and see if it works.
See if what works.
So I'm gonna make it a little bit harder for you to find the research that you want because you're not using bribes, materials, gifts, and you're
Even
not paying
though,
the 50 gold for it.
even though I'm a researcher.
That will nullify this cost. We'll go with the way it says that way. After 1 work week, the character makes an intelligence check with a +1 per 50 gold spent beyond the initial 50, which we're not doing that. In addition, a character who has access to a particularly well-stocked library or knowledgeable sages gain advantage in this check.
Hey,
Determine
yo.
how much lore they get based off of that outcome. So, what is the specific check? Intelligence check, not save. With advantage.
Oh,
Wait, you said a con check was a save.
No.
That's what you told me to roll when it said con check.
What bonus would your save give you?
5.
So it would be what? 10?
Well, no, that's what I rolled.
Right, but
Is
your
the-
bonus of what extra difference would you have between a con check and a con save?
Oh, I would have more from a con save.
How
I
much
was
more?
just at
What's the difference? Like,
3.
okay, so it would be 8, which is still not a 10, which would still give you exhaustion. Actually, it would be 15.
I wasn't talking about the exhaustion. I meant for the pit fighting.
Let me look again. That's gambling. That's work. No, I don't want to open my Windows Google toolbar. Thank you. Pit fighting, open. Pit fighting, scroll down. Go to pit fighting. That's not pit fighting. That's just generic downtime activity. So what? That's fine. You got 100 gold. We're going with that. It's lost, and I don't know where things are. Fine.
Oh, is a con check when you just
I found it. I
click
used
the
Control
modifier?
F. It says Constitution check, not save.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You told me to do a con save.
Okay, well then it would be lower. It'd
Yeah.
be worse. So there's no benefit to that.
I was asking as a knowledge thing because I don't know what a con check is.
It's where your
This?
abilities are, instead of where that box to the left where it says save. It's the bar where your normal abilities are displayed horizontally.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So did you end up choosing the chest?
No.
Okay. Noria, we're continuing back with you again. What did you get for your
Yep.
research rolls?
I didn't know what I was supposed to roll. What?
Intelligence check.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't clarify it well.
Ah, fuck. Where did my die go? No!
Oh, you have advantage because of your background. Because of your knowledgeable sage background.
Oh no, where did the die go?
I don't know, but it's to die for.
Fell in a bag.
Nice. Good for you. Let me... Hold on, I'm gonna... My battery is at 9%. I'm gonna look if I can, like, get an extension cord and move stuff, see if it works. Hold on.
Seven, but I can't find the other. Oh, there it is.
I don't have access to an extension cord.
Okay, so it's intelligence with advantage.
Correct.
Eight.
You got an 8
You
with
want your
advantage?
inspiration die?
Yes.
Oh no. Crelies said they're using an inspiration die.
No, I said doesn't like. I asked whether or not does Noria have an inspiration point.
Does
I
Noria have
do.
an... Would you like to use that?
Sure, why not?
Oh, fuck.
Alright,
Wait,
that
wait,
comes in.
I do have an inspiration
for my
point because
exhaustion
like
roll.
Crop did the recap, right?
What?
I got an inspiration point because I did the recap, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And I could have used an inspiration for my fucking exhaustion roll.
13.
God darn.
Noria,
13.
13.
I'll give you my inspiration die if you need to get something better.
Hold on, I'm plugging in my laptop.
Look again. Hackermans.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that I could have it out here. I found an outside light wall outlet and it lifesaver. Good things. Okay. Can you repeat the number? I got excited about a wall outlet.
13.
Thank you. Okay, so we have research. 13. You learn
I can also
two
give you my
pieces.
inspiration die.
You learn
as
two
well.
pieces of lore. So you can
Okay.
let me know what questions, what two topics are you searching for, and I'm going to give you as much possible information on that as possible.
Okay.
Because you are
Should I
spending a
type it to
week.
you or just tell you?
That is your choice. I'm not asking for either.
Okay, well, the first one is looking for a cheap alternative to get back to Runeterra with Delphi.
Okay.
And then the other one would be seeing if I can find actually a book that does tell me what my note I'm looking for says.
Where are you looking?
The library?
Which?
Wouldn't that be
Are
the
you talking about
library?
just the generic library at the Yawning Portal? Or are you going to go
No.
to like arcane special wizard places, or are you going where
Special places.
the one that you are giving me as a wink wink place to go to instead of where I was planning on going? Okay, let's see. So for your cheaper travel options, it seems the least expensive option for travel for long distances across water would be purchasing either working on a ship to get somewhere or purchasing your own as a group and controlling the ship on your own.
Okay.
The cheapest option would be everybody working on a ship under somebody else's command with a bunch of other people you don't know who could have their own motives for being there, and there's a lot of other like social politics that go into it. You would get paid because it would be work. You would be effectively on a ship crew, but it would not be enjoyable. You won't be able to do anything for the whole time except work.
So no one would learn.
No one would learn anything. You won't get to fish. You won't get to role play, really. You're going to be around the clock. That's what Navy stuff is on a boat. I mean, you get some time off, but you don't get a lot. You get like 6 hours a night off to do whatever you want, whether that's sleep or whatever.
Okay.
The probably better option, which is probably like twice as expensive, but not still too terrible. I think for like it's a lot, but like if you work on the Adventurers Guild first, make money, especially since things are going to be stocked in there pretty easily, as well as possibly going down into the dungeon and after a long rest or going through the Hunters Guild and getting resources and leveling up through them, because the Hunters Guild also has contacts. You would, yeah, the second option would be buying your own, having people take over roles. Yes, you'd have to work, and you'd have to have
Okay.
somebody always on the wheel, but yeah.
Okay.
For your other one, did you want a private conversation?
Sure.
Neat. Okay, so you're talking about your.
Deciphering the note.
Can you send that to me again, or show me where it is?
What do you mean?
The thing in the note.
I didn't write what the note actually says yet. I wanted her to know how to decipher it first.
I'm confused. I'm lost.
Why should I have a note that I know what is said on it?
Okay, so you're trying to
all
decipher
of,
a note.
yeah, the note is about her. It's from her parents before they gone.
Before they gone. Okay, and it's in the language you don't know yet.
Yep. It's in Lunari.
Okay. So with your, let's do a lower cost, not cost, lower level. If you're going to the academic place, there's other options for finding information, but okay. So we're gonna go with this. You went through the yawning portal first. You found your information about travel pretty easily. You spend like 3 days looking along all the shelves and stuff, and you can't find what you're looking for. So you then talk with the person behind the desk, and they mention an academic school to you, which you spend another day getting into, so you have 3 days left to search through the academic library, showing your and this access to this library is specifically due to your Sage. You can access more secret information.
Yep.
So you are able to effectively, by the 5th day, you're able to take your and like 6 hours of sitting at a table, draining yourself. You're able to fully decipher the note from your parents.
Hey, yo! Okay, I'll write what the note actually says.
Okay. If you want to just send that to me, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
As well as... So wait, what were you trying to get from your second question? From your second... Were you trying to decipher your note?
Yeah.
Great. This was on a super obscure place, in a place that was like in foreign cultures and foreign economic statuses. It was slightly like out of place, super far out of the way, and so you effectively have like 1 or 2 days left if you wanted to go spend time with Delphi.
Yep.
So it took you a while, but 5 out of the 7 days you're able to. Actually, a work week is 5 days. So on the last day, you were able to get done around like 4, which is effectively a week after your first date.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the same time when you know that she's kind of off earlier on a Thursday.
Okay.
And you can kind of effectively just hang out, not on a date, but just kind of go to her workplace and just chat when she's not working. It's a lot less formal, a lot less stressful. You bring your own books for like researching travel to this place, not the other one. But
Okay.
you're able to, and then return it without issue. Do you still have the books? Because it has been over a week at this point. Did you return the old books?
Yeah, I already returned them.
Okay, great.
Orpheus is not dead.
Okay, good.
Okay, we can go back.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Hello, I did it. I'm here.
Hey,
Hi, Shallows. It's your turn. Are you super eager to do talking now?
Sure.
Shit. Exactly the tone of voice I was looking for. What would you like to do over the course of the week off? Even though it's like you just joined, but the group is taking their week off.
Probably either train or relax.
Okay. If you would like to, let's look at the 2 options. We can possibly do a mix of both depending on what they say. Okay. So training takes way longer than you think it does. It takes 10 work weeks. But if you wanted to do that, and it costs 25 gold per work week to do.
Well, he's dead ass broke.
Okay. So in the future, you can do that. But the way training works is you can spend 10 non-consecutive. So if you make 2 weeks, you get 2 out of 10%. Or
you could also do work as a downtime thing.
yeah, you can also make money as a downtime thing if you wanted to make just. I want to make money. And relaxation needs to maintain a modest lifestyle while relaxing to gain the benefit of this. Let's see. While relaxing, a character gains advantage with saving throws to recover from long-acting diseases and poisons. In addition, at the end of the week, they can end one effect that keeps the character from regaining hit points or restore one ability score that has been reduced to less than its normal value. The benefit cannot be... So this doesn't really have any necessarily beneficial options to you. I would say probably if you wanted to work and then just kind of go to a bar and relax, or go to like a spa for a very small portion of whatever you make, you could do that too. But
It can work.
if that's what you want to do, there's other options. Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
well, we're not in Runeterra yet, so you can't really do religious service.
There
I
are
mean, you can.
there are numerous religious services here, and here's the thing. We can make
Yeah,
it work
but
for you, so I know you have your own individualistic religious experience. So
I mean, yeah, it's only at Bilgewater, so.
I would think you can do your own religious practice if you know the thing and how you're confident in your own religion. You very well can run one on your own. I don't think you need to do it. You can spend a week dedicated to your religion and get the benefits of it without having to do attendance at a church. I don't think attendance at a church is required for a religious belief to work. I mean, you gotta keep in touch with your god, even if you're not in their building. So let me see. At the end of the required time, which is 1 work week, the character chooses to make either an intelligence, a religion, or a persuasion check. I'm gonna say intelligence because charisma is not. You're not interacting with other people if you choose to do this. You would be doing it on your own. Oh. Nice. Okay. Cool. What's up?
Thinking.
Sure. With the other people, everybody except for Shallows, you are free to level your characters up to level 4 and prepare any questions for when I'm done working with Shallows on his stuff. Yes, Shallows. You were saying something and I mildly and inconsiderately interrupted you.
Oh, I just said I was thinking. I mean, we can try religious
Sure.
service.
Okay. So why don't you make a religion check for me? As well as roll a d10 afterwards.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so on the left side of your screen, there might be a little die in the bottom left of your character sheet.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
If you click that, it'll go up, and then you can pick the 10-sided option.
Okay. So, I did religion check, it was 14.
Okay?
And then roll a d10.
Yeah.
7.
Okay. Great, you're fine with the d10. If you got a 1, there'd be a complication, but you're good. So for over the course of a week, you spend time completely dedicated to your god, which I know the name of, but I'm not saying it out loud because that could be something you choose to keep. And you feel slightly over halfway through, you feel quite a strong connection with your god. And effectively what that amounts to is you experience a in the middle of one of your intense religious just practices and rituals, your vision and hearing completely go dark around you. You start to hear what sounds like rain bashing against the side of a ship, as well as the feeling of swaying back and forth that starts to get a lot worse. And you go up to the top of the ship deck, and you see what looks to be an overly gigantic octopus, is the only way to think about it, in the middle of this raging storm. And you look around and you see some of your more recent party members. And then everything goes to darkness again. You wake up from your vision and see that your religious ritual and you're safe here with your candles lit around you. That is what I have for you.
Thank you.
Okay. What are other people doing? Are there questions about leveling? I am reading a message from Noria. I think what we're going to do is effectively get to the point where we're going to do questions on the leveling process. Shadows, you are free to stay or leave, but it's primarily going to be leveling questions throughout the rest of the session. So if you want to listen in, please stay. But unless you have questions for me, I don't think that we're doing more with generic roleplay or other things like that tonight.
All right.
Yes, Crelies. Okay, cool. We've got the 6 there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. For construction,
Advertising,
furnishing.
hiring, and weaponry. I like that. I like I like all the options that you've got set up.
Yeah, we need to hire employee trainers and it's the places where we can get contacts, like to where to hire managers and like people who would be in like management positions as well as trainers.
Okay. We can take care of all of that for the sure.
Yeah.
Let me head on back real quick up here. So what I'm gonna say, besides the furnishings don't include like fancy chandeliers or anything like that. It's effectively this is a bare bones, non-designed, non-decorated, well put together external and interior mansion with space to probably put an armory for your weaponry in the basement if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You don't have food to take in there yet. You didn't have that as an option. You had advertising, hiring.
Yeah.
So you'll end up having to do that, but effectively you have the skeleton, everything put together. So you just need to stock this fully furnished and well-gardened, landscaped. Everything looks a lot nicer. It looks like it should be ready to run.
Yeah, and then like would like training equipment also be included in weaponry? Like just
It
like
depends on what you're doing, but I think with the mix of advertising and hiring, if there's somebody that has a skill that we didn't think of, then I'm sure that there's a way that they have the ability to get their equipment with both of you getting above 20s. We're effectively saying any of those 6 things related to those 6 things, you're free to get whatever you're looking for out of it.
Okay. Yeah, we just needed like targets and like dummies and stuff like that.
Correct. Yeah, you should be able to get that stuff pretty easily. Let me go back to reading Noria's thing. Is there something that I was supposed to react to or provide insight for, or is that just information for me, Noria?
You said to send you the note.
Yes, I did. At the end of a 2-hour session, my brain is running on coffee grounds. I'm gonna put that there. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just doing that real quick. There we go. I'm gonna read that once we're all done. I'll have that as something to look forward to. Okay. So, any questions with leveling, since you guys are officially level 4 now?
Did we get any XP?
Besides your default, I'm gonna say for Noria, that's a yes.
Hey yo.
We're gonna
What?
we're gonna say let's do an additional 100 on top of whatever you normally got.
What's the normal thing?
225 plus 75 if you do your notes.
Okay.
And then an additional 100 after that. As soon as you hit level 4, your default is going up to, I think, like 375 or something like that. So it's going to scale with your level once you've actually transitioned to your level.
Nope.
What?
I heard a firework.
Yeah, you did, because it's Quebec Day. It's like America's 4th of July. Alright, well, with silence, I'm assuming everybody has whatever they need to taken care of under their own control. And I think at this point we're going to end unless people have things they would like to add. The silence tells me all. Okay, well, I desperately need to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to take care of that. Keep in mind that pretty soon here, I think that starting the 8th, I have already given that information out that I won't be there for 3 weeks 2 weeks for sure, possibly a third.
Yeah.
With that, I'm gonna end, and I will see you guys next week.
Right.
Night, night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.